I'll come back down there.
Before you come, we need to teach you some Pittsburghese. We need to, because you don't even know what jagoff means, right?
No, I do not know what jagoff means at all. I was like, jagoff.
We need to get you. Yeah. Well, let me put it this way. Donardo's a jagoff. That's how you know that's your definition right there.
Really? So like an asshole?
Yes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Donut Bag, part of the Pulse Podcast Network and the PodHub Network. In this episode, we preview the Steelers-Jaguars game with Geddis Shonekan of the Trash Katz podcast and Jules Dixon of tealzone.com. Then regulars Mark Hagelauer, Coach Warzu, and I talk about Le'Veon Bell for one last time. Yeah, right. And we preview Week 11 in the NFL. As always, please subscribe or follow wherever you listen to the podcast. The Donut Bag starts right now. All right, Steelers face the Jaguars this week in a rematch of their horrible games last year. With me to talk about it is Geddis Shonekan. He is at Geddis Mola on Twitter. He is host of YIM and 1/3 of the Trash Katz podcast. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing wonderful. The Jaguars are doing bad, but I'm doing wonderful.
I was going to say, you're doing better than the Jaguars.
Yeah.
What happened to them? They were in the AFC Championship game last year, and now they're terrible. What happened?
Honestly, I think it's a little bit of everything. So, it didn't help that Fournette got hurt, but then Blake wasn't playing well. And Marquise Lee got hurt, and it's just a bunch of things that just started going downhill from there. Like we weren't going to keep up what we did last year on defense, so because it was like historically good. So we weren't expecting that to be the same thing this year, but it's just not the same. They don't even look like the same team anymore.
What happened to Blake Bortles? I know it's Blake Bortles, but still, he looked like the greatest quarterback ever against the Steelers last January.
Right.
And now he's just, he's getting benched.
Yeah, it's weird because last year he did decent, but I think they did a pretty good job of masking some of the issues that he has. And this year, when Fournette went out, it's like he didn't get he didn't have the run game that he would have when he had Fournette. And then it seemed like for some reason, Doug Marrone felt like he wanted to throw the ball more. I guess he was concerned about running the ball with Yeldon as much as he would run Fournette. So he started throwing the ball more, and it just didn't seem to. You just don't want Blake in positions like that, and it doesn't help that Keelan Cole is dropping balls. It doesn't help that you don't have Marquise Lee, and you have all these other receivers that are dropping passes as well too. So it's not all Blake, but Blake is. We knew what Blake was. So it's the fact this what he's doing this year is not shocking Jaguar fans. We're last year shocked Jaguar fans more so than this year shocking us.
Yeah. I think you're right. Fournette being out just really wrecked the whole offense. They heavily relied on him, and looks like he's been out with a hamstring, but he did come back. Yeah. Are they hoping that he's back to normal, or is he still bad? He
seems like he's back to normal. It's just that game against the Colts, man. I just don't I think they knew that all they had to do was just, if they stopped him, they were going to stop us. So he still got his touches, but I think he only had a little bit over 50 yards. So it's hard to pinpoint one thing. Most fans are really upset with the fact that the Jaguars still have Blake Bortles. So it's you hear articles where they said that the Jaguars could have just traded Dante Fowler straight up for Teddy Bridgewater. It's well, why in the world did you give Blake the contract that you gave him last season, whereas you could have just franchised him or stuck him on the same contract that he had before, and then brought Teddy Bridgewater in and had an all-out war and see who could be the starting quarterback.
I'd make that deal in a second. I love Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah,
that's oh man, and even this year they're like, well, could they trade for Eli Manning or something? Like, I mean, that's a worst case scenario, but yeah, it's bad, and yeah, I mean, they're not even sure whether he's going to be a good enough to be a starter in this league. So.
And the issue is that so we're stuck. He's going to be the quarterback next year. I could just not unless they draft a rookie quarterback and he just outperforms him, because Blake is going to be going to be under contract. He's going to account, if we cut him, he's going to account for $16.5 million of dead cap space.
Oh man!
If we keep him, he's going to get 20. So it's like there's really nothing they can do outside of, or I mean, not unless if they trade him away with like a second round pick just to dump the contract, but. I don't really know what they're going to do. All I know is I don't want them to win any more games this season. Like, I just want them to get as high a draft pick they could possibly get. And hopefully the Steelers beat us this Sunday, which is going to happen.
It's not just the offense too. What happened to Saxonville?
So I think part of it has to do with the defensive coordinator, honestly. It seems like what they want to do is that they line, so it's our defense versus your offense. We're coming downhill. It's you versus us, and we think we're going to beat you. So that's why we're just coming downhill. Like, you don't, like, I mean, I don't know. I may not know much. I don't watch as much tape, obviously, as like coaches and stuff like that. But just from being a casual fan watching it, it seems like they don't run stunts. It doesn't seem like they don't really do anything. I don't know the word I'm trying to find here, like unique or anything that kind of like tricks up the opposite line. It's literally my front four is better than your line, so we're going to come downhill. And it doesn't seem to work. It doesn't seem to work as well this year as it did last year.
So they're just a little bit cocky. They're like, oh, we don't need to scheme or anything like that. We're just coming at you, try to beat us. And
I really feel like that's what it is. I feel like that's really what it is. And statistically, our defense isn't bad. It's just that we're not doing what we did last year. The defense won us games last year, and this year the defense can't win us games, which is why we're 3-6.
Yeah, and even the secondary isn't that good. They were having, I mean, against the Steelers, they had I think 5 interceptions, and I don't even think they had 5 interceptions total in the whole year.
Yeah, I think it might have to, I don't know, a part of it thinks it may have something to do with the fact that they're not getting pressure on the quarterback. I don't know. They play this soft zone. So if you're getting sacks, then you can run more man coverage and you can take more risks. But when you have an offense that's literally going 3 and out, you can't take as many risks as you want. You put everything on the defense, and the defense can't hold when your offense is going 3 and out the whole first half. Like the 7 points I think we scored, or whatever points that we scored against the Colts, but the first time we scored in the first half in like 4 games. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just they have Super Bowl hangover, and they didn't even make the Super Bowl.
You know what it is? There is a meme that's been floating around. I agree and 100% believe this is what it is. When they beat the Patriots and they came out and said that, like, they won the Super Bowl, it went down. We were 1-6 after that game.
Yeah,
1-6. So it's like you beat the Patriots, who the Tennessee Titans also beat the Patriots, but we beat the Patriots, and then it was like, okay, we're good. We've arrived now. We won our Super Bowl. And it's like, no, we have not yet. There's so many more games that we have to play here. And it's like a light switch went off, or they just went straight to the toilet. And I'm looking at this Steelers-Jaguar game, super excited. Tickets are supposed to be super expensive. It's supposed to be super crazy. It's a night game. Like, Jacksonville's going to be on a nationally televised game, and then we do this, and we do this. Like, this is going to be my first time going to, because I've been a season ticket holder for like five years, I think 5-6 years. So I've been through all this nonsense of this crap that we've been dealing with. But like, this is my chance. Like, yes, I get to go to a Steeler game. It's gonna be a night. Like, I get to see Ben Roethlisberger play. I get to see everybody. I get to see AB out there. I get to see Juju out there. I get to see James Conner out there. I'm like, I get to see all these dudes out there, and I'm like, this is gonna
prime time.
Right, in prime time. In prime time. I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be a great opportunity. This is going to be one of the greatest games. And I'm thinking these ticket prices are going to go through the roof. So I was like, man, I'll sell my ticket and buy a ticket higher up, make some money on this. No, all ruined. It starts from the top. They need to fire Caldwell and then go straight down from there.
I mean, my God, it's so bad they didn't even make it a night game anymore. My goodness.
They flexed it. And I knew they were going to flex it. And when I saw that they flexed it, I was like, I don't even want to go to the game anymore. I don't. But now I kind of do because I want to see how many points they're going to put up on us. Because I'm kind of interested.
Yeah, but the scary thing is they've lost 5 in a row. And you just, at some point, you just start, you can't lose. They're not going to lose 12 in a row, so
right.
At some point they're gonna win, and
it's not y'all though. There is no way. The only way that happens is if for some, I don't know, the defense would have to come out and be like godly in order for it to happen. Because do I think that Blake Bortles could probably complete some passes on your defense? Maybe, but we would have to if y'all get if we come out right and y'all get the ball first and y'all score on us and we go 3 and out, it's done. That's it. It's over. Because we're not coming back from that. And it's been every game every game the last 7 games. Like we go down and we don't come back. It's over.
And Jalen Ramsey, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Man, does he run his mouth, or did he run his mouth? Now he sounds real quiet. Does he even say anything anymore?
He does, but so on Twitter, he came out and said, "Y'all gonna he said,
I saw that.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gone, basically.
Yeah, when I'm gone, they're gonna miss me or something like that. I get his frustration because people continuously attack him as if he's the issue. First off, Jalen Ramsey's hurt, so that's a big part of the reason why he's not. You don't really see him press too much or anything like that because he's not healthy. For one. 2, he's the best player in our defense, and people just attack him. I'm referring to Jaguar fans. I'm not referring to any other fan base. I'm referring to Jaguar fans. They attack him because they think that he has that big enough impact that he can make the offense score. Like I just don't get it. Yeah,
maybe put him at wide receiver or something. I don't know.
Right, and he kind of low key said, we all know what the issue is with the team, but. You know what that means. Like, what he's getting at, right? So it's like, it's just that the bad thing is that even though I understand his frustration, you can't go at the fan base because Allen Robinson did the same thing before he left, where he said that there's better fans in London than there are in Jacksonville, which is false. And it's the same thing Josh Norman did with Washington this week. So it's like, I don't know.
You can't go after the fans. Okay, but how does that work with the whole London thing? Because you said you're a season ticket holder. So how many games do they take? A couple home games and give them to London or something?
Yeah. We lose again. We don't pay for. We pay for 7 games instead of 8.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Which makes the tickets cheaper. So I'm like, fine, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't care because what ends up happening is that we just go to we'll have like brunch or something like that, and we'll go to somebody's house or have people over, and then it's just we drink mimosas or whatever, so it's fine. I don't mind them taking one game. It's just this falsehood that they're moving to London it's not happening. It's not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I've heard that rumor.
Yeah, that deal already fell through with him buying Wembley, and he does too much in Jacksonville. Shonekan does too much in Jacksonville for him to move the team. It just wouldn't make sense. At least to me, it wouldn't. But what do I know?
Yeah, but what are there a lot of do they sell out, or are the home games pretty packed, or nobody?
It's better than what it was before. But it's not like it was last year. I'll say that much. Like last year the crowd was rocking, the stadium was shaking. This year is not as much, but I think there's a certain bit of numbness with the Jaguars, at least for me, maybe not for the whole entire fan base, where it's not that we're used to losing, but when we lose, it's just like, oh, well, we've been down this road before. At least last year we weren't trash, It's really sad. I wasn't like, I'm upset by the fact that they're not playing well, but it's like, it's like I've been through worse seasons, and that's kind of how it is. Like people still come to the games, and people just end up leaving early. That's really all that happens.
When the game's out of hand, okay, bye.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Like we'll leave like third quarter and all right, well,